Are you in the world of hardware, engineering, and construction, any engineering, electrical, civil, mechanical, chemical, whatever, industrial? If you are in that world and you've been thinking, how do I apply this agile thing to my projects? This book is for you. My recent book is Agile in Hardware, Engineering, Construction, and Linear Environments. I wrote this book with a passion because I've worked with a lot of my colleagues in engineering and I've seen how they struggle. A lot of them in hardware, a lot of you hardware architects, you struggle in thinking, how am I going to take this agile thing and get something out of it? And you know the reason why you are concerned? You're concerned because you see people in software and other industries applying agility to their projects, but you don't know where to start. And that's why I wrote the book, to help you truly understand how to be agile. Let me give you a news flash here. It's not about the frameworks. Scrum, TDD, XP, Kanban, they're all great. I love them, but that is not what Agile is about. Agile is not about applying frameworks and methods and practices. Firstly, it is about thinking. You got to think with an agile mindset, and then you pivot accordingly. It's like you don't need to teach a lion how to be a lion. A lion is a lion. When you embrace the agile thinking, you don't need to be taught how to be agile. Your thinking propels you. And I've found this to be the truth because there are a lot of hidden gems in all our projects, mechanical, civil, chemical, you name it. There's a lot of nuggets that we can pick up along the way and incorporate into how we work. But because we're so blinded by the frameworks, oh, Scrum, Kanban, 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 and you see people almost shaking, having a fit because they're looking to apply what doesn't truly work in the environment to the environment, as opposed to having an agnostic, fluid, free-form thinking, applying that to their projects to become the next Ken Schwaber, the next Jeff Sutherland. How about applying the agile thinking a little bit? And you'll get much further ahead because Scrum is great. I love Scrum. I've got so many certifications in it, but Scrum is not the answer to every project. Certainly not the answer to every hardware project, linear project, construction project. I can tell you that. The reason why you're struggling is you're not thinking value. You're not thinking value stream engineering. You're not thinking about maximizing the waste that you cut out. You got to cut the muda out. The muda is the waste. You got to cut out the waste. Some of you are not even aware of this. You know, it says in the Agile Manifesto, simplicity, the art of maximizing the amount of work not done is essential. All they're saying is think lean, be lean. That's the thesis for lean construction. That's the thesis for everything that we do in the 7 wastes. So you need to take some of these mindsets that have been there for ages. And I often tell people, I'm not being prescriptive here, but I tell people, if you're mad at Scrum and you feel it doesn't work for you, have you tried the Start Where You Are framework? Just give it a try. And I'm talking about Kanban. But I'm not talking about crazy Kanban. There are different types of Kanban. And I'm not talking about crazy Kanban where you're trying to force everything under the Kanban sun onto your projects. No, I'm talking about common sense, simple application type of Kanban. And that's accessible everywhere. In fact, you can find a lot of that stuff talked about here because I'm trying to help people understand what agility is in this world of hardware, construction, engineering, you name it. All right. So going over a few of the table of content items, we have the essence of agile thinking beyond tools and frameworks, right? So beyond the tools, beyond the frameworks, how do you think agile? And then I have a business case for you right out of the gate. And then chapter 2, universality of agile principles, bridging industries. So I'm giving you a blueprint, a roadmap for thinking so that you see agile as agile, not agile in software, agile in hardware. No. Agile is agile, but I'm going to train you on how to think and see what agility truly is. Number 3, Agile Manifesto values, a universal compass for success. I give you a different spin on it. Chapter 4, self-organization and inspection, nurturing agile excellence. Chapter 5, Agile Beyond Frameworks, Embracing the Agile Mindset. Chapter 6, Network Implementation with Agile, Bridging the Digital Divide. Chapter 7, Creative Value Delivery, Unconventional Approaches to Agile Success. And honestly, this chapter has got to be one of my favorites because a lot of you engineers, you're trying to force a square peg in a round hole and it ain't working. What you need to do is put on the thinking cap in addition to your hard hat and think about how you can decompose, deconstruct, decouple, descope, decompose the work into sensible, value-based pieces. You got to think value. And if you're not thinking value, then you're going to miss it because Agile, it's all about value. What does it say? Our highest priority is to satisfy the customer through early and continuous delivery of value. You got to think value, my friends. So you got to bend that. Instead of saying valuable software, it's value, not even valuable product, value. Start off with that. Start off with that in the world of construction, my friends. How do I deliver value? Start with that. And you're going to get a massive payoff. You're going to start thinking more agile. And honestly, that's what I cover in chapter 7. Creative value delivery. You got to get creative. Chapter 8, the customer's perspective, value from their eyes. So what is value to the customer? Chapter 9, agile challenges and solutions. I love problems. I love challenges because if you apply enough agile thinking, you can break it down and it's a coping mechanism. Do you know that agility is a coping mechanism? A lot of people didn't get that memo. Agile is a risk coping mechanism. It's a problem coping mechanism. It's a schedule and risk and cost all over all the areas that you talk about. It helps you better cope with them because overall, what binds these things is complexity. And Agile is a complexity coping mechanism. Number 10, continuous innovation and adaptation, the Agile imperative. Chapter 11, Agile success stories. I give you a boatload of examples from different industries, real world examples of transformation, construction, oil and gas, aeronautics, biotech, aerospace, defense and security, hardware, network installation. I give you a hypothetical case study for manufacturing and construction as well. And then I give you my final thoughts. And all in all, this book, I wrote it to be more like a book of study, which is why it's an 8.5 by 11 size. It's 125 pages. So it's a very robust assortment of ideas that I would love for you to get this book and study it with other people in construction and think out of the box and be innovative. I want this book to help you to unlock your agile thinking. That's what it's about. So if you've ever struggled with understanding agility, I invite you as an engineer, civil, mechanical, electrical, industrial, whatever field you're in, whichever engineering you're in, whatever hardware industry you're in, whether you're making products of a non IT nature, I invite you, as long as you're in a linear environment, this book, you need to read it and then you need to apply it. Okay? I really look forward to hearing how this book helps you. So look for a comment when you get it. Share with me what you've discovered. All the very best on your journey to agility. Bye for now.